What's it like on the ground?
Well, we've had protests again tonight. Almost every single evening here in Athens there have been some kind of rallies in Syntagma Square in the centre of Athens outside the Greek Parliament. And today we had a good number of communists out, very organised group, probably 5,000 to 10,000 depending on which estimates you look at. And this is a group of very left-wing parts of the Communist Party who want out of the European Union altogether, out of the Eurozone, out of the Euro. Now, they have a number of seats in Parliament, but they're obviously not the most influential party out of all the political parties here in Greece, but they do have some clout, and they were out here tonight making their voices heard. I mean, the sentiment here in Athens is a mixture of resignation amongst people that some kind of deal will come forward, but they will have to take more austerity with that. Most people, still the majority, wanting to stay in the euro, but real fed up people here, business leaders, households, with what has gone on, and a belief that many people outside of Greece don't understand just how hard life here really has been over the last 5 years. So not much hope for the days ahead for regular Greek people here. They just want some kind of resolution.
Yeah, Tom, it's interesting that you point out that there are so many people in the square, because a Greek mega TV poll actually said that about 70% of Greeks actually do want to stay in the euro at any cost despite austerity.
That's right, and it's just a strange dichotomy that people here are stuck with. I think that obviously people thought, and Syriza got the majority of votes, obviously that's why they got elected in February, and they thought that there was a chance that austerity could be pared back and that Greece could stay in the euro. That's looking very, very difficult. It looks like that Cyprus, in all likelihood, people are saying a 50-50 chance now, will take some kind of deal, and that will have to involve those austerity measures. And, you know, it's going to be incredibly tough for people who have seen businesses who've seen revenues fall by 60%, people who have seen their taxes increase, people who have seen their pensions cut. It's having a real effect on people here, and they are desperate for some kind of hopeful ending to this.
I mean, 5 or 6 more euro cents on a pasta actually does make a difference as someone who's not making a lot of money. What is on the docket for this weekend in terms of Athens, the leaders, as well as what we can expect from protesters?
Yeah, so, I mean, the leaders, Alexis Tsipras doesn't have much wriggle room as he goes to Brussels. He has rejected a renewed offer, a new deal by the creditors put forward, this 15.5 billion. It didn't include this de facto red line for him, which is debt restructuring. That isn't on the table by the creditors, so he doesn't feel that he can take that back and sell that to his Syriza party and his constituents back home. So talks tomorrow likely to go on into the night, possibly even to Sunday. And then we've got the question, obviously, of the June the 30th IMF payment. And looming over this, will the banks open on Monday? The atmosphere here, no panic on the streets. People are going about their normal daily lives. We know that money has been coming out, but there's certainly no bank run. And likely more protests in the days ahead here in Athens.
More protests, more unrest. Is there a sense that if Greece is forced to take some kind of deal where there is more austerity, will there have to be either a referendum or snap elections to deal with that?
Both those ideas have been mooted. A referendum probably would take a number of weeks, obviously, to set up the infrastructure to make that come about, probably 4 or 5 weeks at least. Most people think that's unlikely. Deal-making, if Tsipras is forced to do a deal with the opposition party, New Democracy and PASOK, to get this deal through with the creditors, then he would obviously lose massive support from his own party, the Syriza coalition, and that would probably see an end to his government. But he's very reluctant to do that for very obvious reasons. So big questions going forward as to the legitimacy and the stability of the Greek government here, and just how any deal is put to the Greek people if indeed it comes to that.
Sure, and how quickly the money is actually released.